You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
Welcome back to the Code Rat Show, where this week we are presenting you with another installment of Sake and Stout, where we examine examples of televised fiction from England and Japan. And Jim has brought something that definitely does not disappoint from the land of the rising sun. Why don't we just get right into that?
Sure. Should I kick things off?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Let's see. So I have picked for this week The Laughing Salesman, and a pretty
that's him.
gruesome looking character that he is. So basically, The Laughing Salesman started in 1968 as a one-shot comic, and originally it was called The Black Salesman, I guess because usually where it's just all black. And then a year later, the manga returned in 1969, and then continued until 1971. Let's see. The guys that created him, he was actually created not by one, but by two people. Right here, we have, let's see, Hiroshi Fujimoto and Moto Abiko. And they went on to create lots of, besides Laughing Salesman, I don't know if you've ever seen this character. This is Doraemon. Have you ever seen him? But very popular in Japan. Very extreme. Like, kind of imagine like Mickey Mouse in Japan.
Yeah.
So yes, robotic cat from the future. That was their biggest creation. But they also did Laughing Salesman. So let's see here. So we're going to look at an episode from 1989, and the series, they're shorts. Yeah. And apparently the reason why that was because it was part of a variety show called Give Me a Break. Or literally, it's Gi Mia Break. Let's see, Iku. So, Give Me a Break. Let's see. So our story opens at a driving school, and this guy right here, this poor guy, let's see, he just can't. He's just a horrible driver. He's been trying to get his license for a while. He wants to take his son on a trip.
Yeah.
And his driving is just so bad. So he fails at the guy. The guy's yelling at him. It's like, "What's wrong with you? What are you doing?" The guy's just feeling really down on his luck, but he hears a voice from behind, and it is the Laughing Salesman. That says, basically, "I'm going to be opening a new school, and would you like to be a student?" And the guy that says, "Well, I don't really have much money." He goes, "Oh, no, don't worry about it. It's free. It's free." And the guy accepts his offer. And you can see, now, if a guy looked like that, came right up to being that close, I would be very leery of taking anything from him. But these people they're so down on their luck, they're so downtrodden that they're just willing to take any. That's the effect he has on people like that. There's this card, so it says Kokoro no Simi. I'm sorry, that's Tsukima. I can't read that company. Basically, it says I will fill the hole in your heart. Basically, is what it says on his card. And his name Mugoro Fukuzo. I believe Mugoro means morning, but I believe Fukuzo means happiness. So it's sort of a contradiction there. The two names. Let's see. So the talk is it's like I want you to be my student, you. And one of the tropes in the series is that he points at people.
Oh, okay. Yes. You do an image search. He's doing a lot of pointing.
Yes, he's doing the pointing. Yeah,
generally at you, the viewer.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So this guy's waiting for him to come. It's like, where is he? He hasn't shown up yet. He does show up in a really nice, fancy car.
Sweet.
And he gets very nervous because he's never driven a car this big or this fancy before. So he's driving, but whoops, he backs up and hits a steel pipe,
Mm.
and the bumper is damaged.
Oh
And
no.
the laughing salesman, his expression never changes. And he's like, "Oh, it's fine. I got insurance. Don't worry about it." You know. So then he passes a rock that has these two, I guess, like nails protruding from it to the car. So it gets pretty.
Oh no.
This guy's just like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He thinks he's afraid he's going to hit him with a rock, but he hits the car with the rock. And he says, "Well, the insurance company is not going to cough up enough money for a scratch. So you know what? I'm going to make it even worse." So, so that's the car when they finally make it back from lesson number one. The car falls apart, and he goes, "Well, can I come back for another lesson tomorrow?" Laughing salesman's like, "Sure, no problem, absolutely, whatever you want." So he returns this time in an even nicer car. This time,
Guess looks like you're gonna go do some Tokyo drifting in that.
well, sort of. They do more of a lot of Tokyo crashing and scraping.
Yeah.
They drive. So apparently, these are pretty common neighborhoods in Japan, but they're very small and they're very they're not really meant to be driving around.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, it's just so narrow. That's what happens. So he's like, "I'm surprised you were able to park in such a small space, but hey, you did it." So they go to a bar, and apparently, yes, the name of the bar is called Demon's Nest.
Nice.
So you think that'd be kind of so so the guy gets smashed and says, "You know what? I feel so good. I bet I can drive like right now." And he says, "Want to try? You want
Oh,
to try?"
great.
So he's like, "Wait right here." He's like, "Oh no, I shouldn't." It's like, "Oh no, you got this. You can do it. Don't you're drunk, so what? Big deal. You can do it. I believe in you." He leaves and brings back a dump truck. So they come back with a dump truck, and the guy's like, "Hey, you stole my truck! You stole my truck!" And apparently that's my friend at work said it's actually not uncommon for Japanese truck drivers to wear a suit like that. And apparently that white thing on his head, apparently that's like a towel that's been twisted up and tied around to absorb the sweat.
Yeah.
So they drive. So now he has no license. He's driving a dump truck and he's smashed. So you can see it's like, "Oh, you're driving like a veteran." So there's one car smashed. The salesman looks behind and oh, they got company. And it's like, "You know what? I know what to do. I know. Floor it." So he floors it right through a red light. Goes through the red light and causes, an accident. Several accidents, actually. The police try to set up a roadblock, but he just swerves right around it and drives on the sidewalk. See how that goes for people. He drives through a building where people or families eating.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, he crashes into a love hotel. So, and then there's the people apparently without any clothes on because love hotels are for, he erupted some probably good sex there. And the salesman leaves. He leaves the scene of the crime saying now he's expert driver. So now, if you do that in America, that's one thing, but Japan, the laws are very strict. So, you didn't obey the police. You have no license. You're drunk. You're driving a dump truck.
Yeah.
You're driving something dangerous. So he's probably going to get life for all those,
Oh, geez.
yeah. So, and the salesman walks away saying that was amusing. So he says he wants to help people, but he just really messes people's up. He messes up people's lives.
Yeah.
The Laughing Salesman though has continued as a live action series, which is even creepier than the animated version, like the way the guy looks. And he's
Yeah.
even had some video games.
Oh, really?
There was a Sega CD game modeled after
Yeah.
him, and also there was a very cool pachinko machine where there's a couple screens on it, and he does point.
Yeah.
That's the point. So yeah. So what did you think of Laughing Salesman?
Yeah, I watched a different episode, and
Yeah, sorry about that.
yeah, no, it was my fault, but I don't mind watching it. The I think it was like the first one. There was like a
Yeah,
prologue, an introduction that kind of sets up the
yeah,
situation. He's this creepy guy that approaches people in bars, and I guess slides his business card over. Um, it was kind of, it wasn't like a really bizarre episode or anything. This guy was just sick of being so dependable. He's big,
yeah,
high-powered businessman. The pressure is really getting to him, family life, work, and everything. But the ending was, I don't know, strange. Does not begin to. I mean, at first it seems like he's reaching a religious awakening, and it's
yes,
like,
but not
okay, well,
quite.
that's kind of anticlimactic. Okay, though. But then it turns out, no, it's not a religious awakening at all. It
Nope.
seems like a sexual thing, but it's not that either. It's even weirder. It just
Yeah, it's very
the guy's solution to being stressed out was very odd. And
very
so,
yeah
yeah, I
very
mean, if you seek out this show on YouTube, I don't know what this particular episode was named, but it's like the first one. You've got a short
yeah.
prologue, and then you've got like this first full episode. And I do, yeah, recommend
Mm,
watching it, though. NSFW, don't
yes.
not safe for work. Don't watch it at your job.
No, do not watch it at your job, and do not for children either. Yeah, but it's episode one ends in a very bizarre way, and you're like, ugh, But
Yeah,
you
yeah,
folks should actually tune in to see what we mean. Give it a shot.
yeah.
Yes, I'm telling you, you guys. Yes, you done done.
Yeah, and yeah, I wasn't sure. I've seen pictures of the live action stuff, but I wasn't sure if that was just fan stuff or.
Oh
But
no, it's
yeah, so
real.
there is an
Um,
actual live series. I will have to watch that.
unfortunately, you can't.
Yeah,
It's lost media apparently.
really.
It never got. Yeah, I think there's two different series. But the first one, I think they found the a promo for it, but
Yeah,
apparently, if somebody taped it, they haven't come forward with it. But
yeah. Oh,
hopefully, it'll get
crazy.
released somehow.
Yeah. Huh.
Somebody, I'm sure, taped it over there. Somebody had to have taped it.
Yeah. Yeah. You would think.
Yeah,
Weird. Yeah, unless it was like made by the BBC.
right. Yeah, that's right.
It's taped over at the BBC or maybe NASA,
Or just
another organization infamous for taping over important things.
whoops, was that a moon landing? So sorry. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
whoopsie.
All right. And so for me, it's another week, another British television show about ghosts of the pagan past coming, intruding on the present, affecting lives of our modern English people. Modern, in this case, being 1970s. I think my show, Children of the Stones, was in
Mhm.
1976, I believe.
Yes,
Interesting that it aired, I think, at like 4:15, something like that.
really?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely meant to be a kids show. I mean, I
Right.
guess that was just sort of a a science fiction horror was just considered kids stuff, unless maybe you did like a real serious horror movie like Hammer or something. But I guess this was considered kids stuff, although it's really difficult to watch kids. It's hard to imagine kids watching this show nowadays. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
and this show, Children of the Stones, is about a time loop. And I feel like I'm in a time loop because every time I talk about one of these shows, there's a really interesting concept, but boy, does it move slowly.
It does.
But yeah, if you're interested in British pagan stuff, maybe druids, whatever. If this is your kind of thing, I definitely should check out this show. It's a very interesting plot. Blake from Blake 7. Is it
Yep.
Gareth Davies?
Yep.
He
Gareth Thomas.
is
Yeah.
it Gareth Thomas?
He's got two first names for a name.
Yeah. Yeah, he arrives in the small town of Millbury, which has megalithic standing stones all over the place. It's in real life a place called Avebury, which I've been to. It's actually like known as the Avenue in real life. The big standing stones create like a road, and my memory is terrible. I don't remember where they're leading from. I don't remember if they actually lead to Stonehenge, but it's definitely in the neighborhood of Stonehenge. And presumably there were like, processions, sort of like parades, ceremonial ritual parades that, went along this avenue to presumably Stonehenge. Although there's all kinds of, ritual, stone circles and tombs and all kinds of temples and whatnot around there. And so our astrophysicist and his son arrive in this small town of Millbury. And I love the cool idea. It's like, almost kind of like in the beginning, it's almost kind of like a Stranger Things kind of thing, because the kid meets other kids. And just the idea of like, bunch of like, teenagers riding their bikes around these giant stones just as a part of your natural neighborhood. You got, they're very impressive. And I mean, really, you think about these things have been standing for 5,000 years. Incredible. And the kids are just riding their bikes, doing kids stuff around these megalithic standing stones. Super cool. I mean, they never actually show Stonehenge. It is supposedly these stones are a part of a circle. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's totally fictional, this, alternate Stonehenge they have. But a cool thing about it is that it's got a village right in the middle of the stone circle. Super cool. It looks way bigger than Stonehenge. There's a picture, a painting of the stone circle with a beam of light either coming from outer space or maybe blasting off from from the stone circle into outer space. So we've got an astrophysicist. We've got a pretend Stonehenge. It turns out that there's a black hole directly above this Stonehenge. Super cool. And the people in the village are slowly becoming zombified. Let me think if there are any important details I forgot to mention. I mean, I think I've set up the plot. There's there's a fellow there who seems to be the ringleader. I also felt this was like sort of reminded me a little bit of Clockwork Orange, because
all right.
Someone says, when someone gets zombified in this town, they start saying, oh, it's a happy day. We're happy people.
Yes, happy day.
Yeah, happy day. Also kind of reminded me of The Prisoner. I thought like everyone greeting each other with happy day was kind of like be seeing you.
Happy day.
But also someone mentions, you can't really be happy, if you don't have free will, which the people of Millbury are losing their free will. And the resolution, when we find out what exactly is going on, why is there like a beam of light shooting into the sky, or is it coming down from the black hole? I'm not really sure. No, actually, yeah, it is shooting up into the sky. They reveal that the stone circle is some sort of, dish that blasts energy into space. And I don't want to give away too much, because that's, some of the most interesting stuff happens in the last episode, where everything is revealed. It does turn out to be some sort of time loop. Time is repeating itself back from pagan times. Although, I did study this stuff a little bit. This stuff way precedes pagan times. This is thousands and thousands of years earlier.
Wow.
So it's like when they find pagan stuff around, like, druid stuff and around Stonehenge and other stone circles and other megalithic stuff. Those druids found those stones just like we did. They didn't put them up. They just came along and discovered them. I don't think we know really all that much about who built Stonehenge or those other, megalithic structures. So, if you want to find out about strange British ghosts from thousands of years ago intruding on the present, like we had with Sky, sort of, and also they all seem to have that. And let me see, I'll show a little bit of let's see, share screen, summer solstice share. So here is from when I was in England. Let me see, are we seeing that? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm somewhere in that picture. This was like one of my last
wow.
days in England.
Wow.
Yeah, see, there is the sunrise. That's the idea. You go to Stonehenge on summer solstice, although it seems like it really had much more to do with the equinox. Is it? It's when the summer solstice is when days start getting shorter. This is about, they believe Stonehenge was about in December, I think. That's whenever the shortest day of the year is. The shortest day of the year is in December, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, people have different theories about what it's about. I think most of this stuff is about the shortest day of the year because that's when things really start to rebirth. Because even though it's the shortest day of the year, the days start getting longer and leads into spring. Yeah. So even though like a bunch of people, they love to celebrate summer solstice, I think it really had more to do with the equinox. Although,
and you got to go. That's awesome. You got to see it up close.
Yeah,
that's
and so
cool.
yeah,
very cool picture.
So sunrise often gets ruined in England because it's too cloudy. As you can see there, quite misty, but someone got a shot of the sun rising above one of those megaliths.
That is very cool.
Yeah, see.
Ooh, that's cool too.
Normally, Stonehenge, you have to stay on a path. You're not allowed anywhere near there. My professors got yelled at for leaving the path for talking about Stonehenge, but on this day, anything goes. Everyone goes there. I can't believe there's no picture. Maybe they didn't want to publicize this part, but I remember people standing on top of the stones. Yeah, hippie type people. And so, yeah, like I said, I'm somewhere in there. And let's see. So yeah, there's definitely a type that goes to Stonehenge summer solstice. There you see, quite foggy. More pagans.
Nice.
Yeah, I do think this guy in this picture with the red poncho thing and the black hat. I think that might be one of my professors. I'm not sure.
Oh, very cool.
He certainly looks like one of my professors. But and so there you have it. That's Stonehenge. Figured I'd share my own personal story of Stonehenge with you. If you're into that kind of stuff, check out Children of the Stones. Cool sci-fi horror plot. And there you have it. 7 episodes.
I was going to say, if I could,
yeah.
So I was watching and I thought, you know what? I could see this being on Nickelodeon, but I didn't know it was. It actually was. There was a show, Nickelodeon, in the 80s. I remember being advertised, but I never watched it, called The Third Eye. And what it was, they got the rights of 5 or 4 different shows from the UK and one from New Zealand. And one of them was Into the Labyrinth also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I would have known that, but no, I had no idea. But yeah, so those were 2. This show and Into the Labyrinth were both featured on Nickelodeon. Years and years ago. The Third Eye.
Yeah, it's interesting when you have these new cable networks and they're trying to fill airspace and they show off the wall stuff, but before everything becomes kind of slick and very
SpongeBob.
very regimented. And Comedy Central used to show some crazy stuff, especially if you were up past midnight like I was back in the early 90s. You would see some wild stuff, which of course that stuff kind of gets whittled away over the years. One exception I would say is like Sci-Fi. Well, Sci-Fi Channel really just never really had that much good stuff.
Not really.
I mean, I was so when Sci-Fi Channel first came on, I was so excited they were showing Doctor Who, but
Yeah,
then they stopped, and
yeah,
I don't know why, because it's not like they had a bunch of good programming.
yeah. Not really. I mean, they had. I guess did they ever have Star Trek? No, that's
They showed Star Trek for a while. That was a big deal for them. Yeah,
they showed
I
the
can
Gemini
remember
Man,
their
which is
commercials
oh
announcing they were going to have the original series. But like, they had Battlestar Galactica, which was awesome,
yeah,
but they never built on that. That was like it. They never
yeah.
really followed up on it. So
That was it was always mismanaged, that network.
yeah, yeah, to the point where they decided, oh, let's just change the name to some kind of silly
Yeah,
spelling, as if that was going to fix anything.
yeah.
So
SFY, or it was like
right, like Siffy.
yeah, Siffy. It was like, yeah, Siffy.
I guess
Syphilis.
they did kind of have a thing going for a few years with, the ridiculous monster movies,
Oh,
Mansquito, and then of course that culminated with Sharknado, which haha, they're kind of amusing, but
yeah, not when I first heard about it at a convention, a Star Trek convention in 1991. I was like, oh, this sounds really cool, but
yeah,
just
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I thought
yeah,
it never was what it could have been.
no,
It probably still isn't. Yeah,
yeah.
I think it still isn't.
Oh, I
It's,
have no idea. I mean, I know for a while they were showing wrestling.
yeah,
Um,
I like wrestling, but it's like, but
yeah,
it doesn't. It's like what? It's just they couldn't put on ESPN or something, or just like yeah,
yeah,
weird. But just like yeah, sci-fi and the sci-fi wrestling on sci-fi, it's like seems like an odd
yeah,
fit,
yeah.
very odd
Ah,
fit. You know.
all right. Well, thank you
All
for
right.
joining me, Jim. And
No, thank
there
you,
you have
Jason.
it. The Laughing Salesman and Children of the Stones. I have no idea what we'll be presenting next week, but do join us, won't you?
Yes, please join us. You must
Good.
join us. You.
All right.
Ooh.
Goodbye, everybody.
Take care, everybody.